Game of the round.
Is it?
Game of the round. Well, it is for me. I'm, main TV round anyway. Head coach for the Howard Hornets. Last time I caught up with you, mate, we talked about being a baggy team with Mount Albert.
Yeah.
And obviously had a wee bit of momentum coming off the back of that game. And against Richmond, I understand you just said, 6 minutes to go, you clawed back a draw. How does that sort of stand you up for today's match?
We've got to stay alive now. So a win from here on in for us will keep us in the comp. And however that comes about, whether it's 1 point or 100 points, we'll be happy with it. But in order to get that opportunity to win, we've got to complete sets, we've got to apply pressure if we need to, and we've got to tackle.
And coming into this games match, obviously Glenora are fighting to stay in the top 4. You guys are starting to fight to stay in touch. Has that been part of the chat for the group coming into this weekend's match?
Yeah, definitely. We let ourselves down last week because we did feel that we should have won with the player roster that we had. And our stats from last week tell us that we should have lost. But we stayed in the game right after the hooter. We scored after the hooter to stay in the game. So that's the fight that we're trying to continue and take from the start rather than leave it to the end. And against Glenora, they kicked us out of the game last time. And they're a real structured team, well coached, I think. And they'll be able to sort of keep that 4th spot for them.
What's the strategy then in beating the Bears today, mate? How are you going to do it?
Yeah, complete our sets, get down there, apply pressure, effective defence, and then take opportunities where we can.
In regards to the group of 17, did you get to choose the group that you needed, or did you have to come up with a bit of man management in regards to maybe coming a few injuries?
Yeah, this is probably the strongest team we've had all season. We struggled with halves at the beginning of the season with injuries, stuff like that, but we've got Jody Henry back and Carlos Hortonier, our 2 halves today. So I'm expecting a bit more structure, a bit more variance in plays. But other than that, Tony's going to lead from the front again, as he's done right from the start with guys like Jethro and Trent Bishop supporting there. But young Noah Vanessa, who's picked up his game for us, so it's been a bonus. So we're just going to try and combine all those ingredients together and come out with a win today.
Just touching on Tony, he's looking the best sort of shape in the last few seasons that I've been doing this, mate. Was there a wee bit of pre-season training, or was he just violently ill before he started the season?
Well, you know what? I wish I could take credit for where he's at, both physically and mentally, but I'm not, and I can't because it wasn't me. It comes from Tony, who's been around for a long time, and just watching him from day dot to now, he's really taken on the leadership as well, and that's his whole game, and that mana that he brings to the team. The best saying is leaders have followers, and we're all following him, even me, because he's been around the club for years. But his physical stature right now is him, and you're right. Yes, people sort of warned me about him before I went over, but when I saw him and I saw his size, giving him the captaincy, he's really led the team really well this year.
Awesome.
And he's been very consistent, and it's that experience that's really valuable for the team, for the boys.
Awesome, mate. Well, look, I know you're going to start getting ready and gearing up for today. Once again, appreciate having the time together, and best luck for today's games. Best luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Troy.
Okay, with the head coach of the Glenora Bears, and it's a home game today, and we're up against Howard Hornets. Glenora Bears fighting to stay in the top 4. Howard Hornets fighting to stay near the top 4. Mate, in regards to today's game, let's talk about the strip first. What is that? What is the memorial strip, the special strip? What is the special strip that the Glenora Bears are wearing today?
Every year we have a charity match, and Glenora likes to, for a good cause. Today the strip, as you see up there, it's light blue colour for cancer, for prostate for men. And look, it's a good cause, and we're just glad that we're playing a part in our community.
Okay, so anyway, look, in regards to today's match, fighting to stay in the top 4, and these guys fighting to get near the 4. How are we going to beat the Howard Hornets?
Oh, look, we know that Howard's been having a good run the last 2 weeks. They've got some form players back. Look, they're fighting, and we're not going to worry about them. Like I said, the last 3 weeks, if we worry about ourselves, stay on point. Look, it was almost, a complete game for us last week against Otahu. Like I said, complete kick, field position complete. If we get a lead, we're going to learn to stay in the grind and then push on and push forward. Believe in it.
The last time we spoke, mate, you didn't really have the, I guess, the 100% option of picking from your group of 17. How's your 17 looking this week?
Oh, look, it's the same from last week, and no issue at all. It's humming within the group, and all the boys are up for this, and it's just a good buzz right now. And finally, we're here. We believe in one another, and everyone else in the group does, and you'll see that today.
Māori Television's match of the round in the Fox, the Westies against the East Side. Yes, it was Glenora who scored first down the left edge through the setter in the 6th minute.
And then we had Robert Hannum on the right side here, going across for Glenora here with a nice extension here, stretching out. Good show of strength here, fending him off, and then grounding the ball for the second try of the match. Robert Hannum there, too big and too strong.
He was good, all right. Hannum gets actually sliced in half a little bit here. This is him coming up to get the football. Manages to get away to James Taumata. And early on, 3 quick tries, 12-0 for the Glenora Bears. They hadn't stopped there, though. They'll have 3 more to come. But one back for the East Aucklanders. Paulus Latu is in to score. And a good try, that was in the 22nd minute.
Certainly was here. Great show of speed there from Paulus Latu, but then was Kavaliku here with the show and go. Right under the goalpost there. Too big and too strong was Kavaliku.
Booth with a great try as well. Now this was only 4 minutes later, so they were really throwing down the challenge to the Howick Hornets, who couldn't go with them. Booth in to score in the 34th minute, 24 points to 4.
And then we saw Kavaliku involved again here, showing the big dummy out to his right, passing it back into Phil Booth. Then on to Siaki coming onto the ball, and Siaki scoring the lovely try for Glenora here.
So a poor first half effort by the visitors from East Auckland, but they were better in the second half. In fact, they kept the Glenora squad scoreless in the second half. There were a couple of good tries. Let's have a look how they came to be. Look at this one. A lovely offload to Latu, streaking away downfield. Zach Tippins had a fine game, the 9, and he cuts off the angle. There he is in full flight, and he is certainly good to watch too. He can go. Latu. It was the 69th minute. The door opened for Bishop. He didn't need a second invitation. Comes flying through the middle. That was duly converted. And that was the scoreline, 30-16. The Bears too good for the Hornets.
I was waiting, and looked like you guys then sort of thought about it in the second half and then threw all your eggs in that basket. So was that from the chat at half time, or we were a bit cold in the first half?
Yeah, no, it was pretty much like that, eh? We didn't turn up in that first half, and we just gave away penalties, dropping the ball, and we weren't able to get into the grind. There's a few stages there where we thought we could have started to push them, but they just pretty much owned us in the first half, and it was good to finally get a bit of a run in the second half and get into the game, but too late, too little.
Yeah, too hard to let them get 30 points up in the first 40 minutes and then decide to come back and play, eh?
Well, that's exactly it. At Fox level, you can't let a team get 30 points in one half. It's just not good enough, and if we want to be contending for that Fox and trying to get it, we can't be playing halves like that.
In regards to the second half, mate, I saw all the silky smooth skills were coming out, mate. There were slip passes and kicking, and it was all on. It was like you just flicked the switch. You're going to be doing much more of this before now and the end of the season?
Well, I'm heading towards old age, so I've got to save that body to get a few more seasons. I turned 30 this year, so one of the days, bring out a bit of the skills and plus we're chasing points, so let's give it a go.
Potentially now this stays in a fight to get near the top 4, and a wee bit of mathematics are involved.
Yeah, well, we needed to beat Glenora today, they're sitting in 4th spot. The easiest way to get to 4th spot is beat people that are there and hope that they lose to others, but we didn't get it. So, yep, we're still looking at a mathematical chance, but when you talk mathematics,
too hard. Yeah. All right, mate. Hey, listen, thanks very much for your time. Commiserations for today. Best of luck for next week, and more importantly, best of luck for the rest of the season, mate.
All right, cheers. Thanks very much.
So, with the captain of the Bears, and he's just bear with us. Mate, first thoughts of the win against Howick?
We got out to a real good start. We 30 points up in the first half, and it was a good game and talked off in the second half and let them back in, but it was a tough battle. It was a good win.
In regards to the guys, they all look like they're in good spirits and wearing the special edition Glenora Bear shirt, mate. What's that about?
Every year we try and do the charity in the community, and we just do our part. This year it's for Men's Prostate, so shirts will be auctioned off tonight, and all the money will go to them. So yeah, it was good to get a win for them. Hopefully get a bit more money for the jerseys.
Awesome, mate. Well, it looks like everyone's in fine form, mate. Congratulations on the win and certainly cemented in the top 4. And best of luck for next week.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.